Hi, my name is Frank, and I'm going to show you why you should consider becoming a MoveTube real estate agent. And I'm going to display this in the way of a little story, but it's a typical scenario that happens all the time as a real estate agent. Let's meet Robert and Erica. And Robert and Erica, they've decided to sell their house, right? And they've talked to their friends, of course. They've done their research and gone online. They've done all these things, right? And they've come down to 4 real estate agents. Let's say it's 4. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3. In this case, let's say 4 agents that they want to interview to see who they're going to pick to sell their home. Now, let's look at this. All 4 agents, they're nearly identical, right? Nearly identical in their offering, we should say, right? They've all got very similar experience. They've all got plenty of 5-star reviews, okay? They all have similar marketing packages. Is this sounding familiar to you right now, right? And not only that, but they all have terrific personalities. So I think you may have already been in this scenario before, or you know that this scenario is often true whenever we're going out on a listing presentation as a real estate agent. If we're competing, many times we're going to be competing with agents that are right in there with us, right? They're going to have the same experience, reviews, all that kind of stuff, marketing packages, commission structures, whatever the case may be. But in this scenario, one of the agents had something that the others didn't. So all things being equal across the board, pretty much, these different agents, one of them had something that kind of stood out, and that was this. This agent here was able to say this: list with me and I'm going to get your listing on TV. All things being equal, right? This one agent had this. I would just say, which agent would you rather be, right? Because here's the truth. The bottom line is this: when sellers or prospective sellers learn about MoveTube and that their listing could be on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Google Play, they want their listing there. That's the bottom line. Well, listen, the loan officer that sent you this video, they can help you become that agent really easy. And what's more is it doesn't cost anything. It's all free to you. So let's kind of dive in and learn a little bit about MoveTube and understand what it is. MoveTube is the only national real estate search portal made for TV, available on all the popular streaming TV devices. You probably have one or more of these devices in your house already. This would be Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Google Play. If you're not aware of it, these streaming devices, are in about, I think, over 200 million households across the country. Streaming TV is growing at an exceptional rate. It's unbelievable. Many people are what they call cutting the cord, which means they're dropping their satellite, they're dropping their cable, they're just getting internet and a streaming device. That's what they do. And MoveTube is, again, it's the only national search portal that's on all of these major streaming devices. It's a very, very, very cool product. So how do we get your sellers' listings onto this really cool channel? It's through something called MoveTube Studio. And the loan officer that sent you this video has this and is able to offer it to you. It is relatively new. Studio is relatively new, I should say. The TV channel is not. The streaming TV channel that's on the streaming devices has been around for about 7 or 8 years, has a massive consumer audience already, is connected to iHeartRadio. There's a lot of really cool things there. I would really strongly recommend that if you have one of these devices, that you just go ahead and install it, find it and install it. Search for MoveTube in the streaming channels and install it, and you'll really love it. It's connected to iHeartRadio, so you could listen to your favorite music while you're there. The average stay time for a consumer on the channel is 90 minutes. It's ridiculously cool. It's a very, very cool thing. So what we decided to do was put together a product that would work to where we could connect loan officers and real estate agents together in this product. For compliance reasons, we had to structure it in a particular way. We wanted to make it in a particular way that it could be free for the real estate agents, which it is. And so the way that we have accomplished that is the loan officer becomes the advertising sponsor. So his or her branding will be on your, on your listings on the TV channel with you and your branding, of course, but also on the MoveTube website and on any of the MoveTube generated marketing materials. So that's the trade-off. You get it for free, but you get branding, not only the loan officer branding, but MoveTube branding. So It was just launched. It's AI powered, and it's a really, really fun marketing platform. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see what's included in MoveTube Studio. So of course, as we said, you get your branding and your listing showcased on TV, on Roku, Amazon, Apple TV, Google Play. They're all there. And agents invited into MoveTube Studio have their branding and listing showcased on all the popular streaming devices. This has proven to be a real difference maker and a listing winner with participating agents. And that is the God's honest truth. And you're going to see an actual story or two about that coming up. Another thing that MoveTube Studio will do for you in your listings, which is a great little feature to add to your listing package, is it creates an AI generated what we call listing trailer video for you, like a movie trailer. It's a little 30-second video that's formatted in the current format that's acceptable to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook Reels, and YouTube Shorts. There's a AI generated narrative that's created in voiceover, and it sounds like this.
Step into luxury living in Bluffton, South Carolina. Enjoy expansive golf views from a heated and cooled Carolina room. Gourmet kitchen with gas cooktop, wall oven, granite counters, and tiled backsplash. Owner's suite with walk-in tiled shower and dual vanities. Split floor plan and a bonus room. Perfect for entertaining or special family gatherings. Reach out today to Donnie Kunich for a showing.
So they're super cool. When it's created, it just takes a couple clicks of a button. It gets created. When it's done, you get an email where you can click to download it. You can upload it to your social platforms. Your loan officer can upload it to his or her social platforms, but it also automatically does get posted to the MoveTube YouTube channel. And so it will 100% be on YouTube. The other really cool thing that we found is when you Google search the property address, these listing trailer YouTube videos are popping up on page 1 of Google. And of course, if you put in the property address and search videos, they're typically always number 1. So just kind of a neat thing to be able to, again, add to your listing presentation folder in an effort to be better than the next agent. Another thing that's inside MoveTube Studio for agents and the loan officer is our AI-powered open house registration assistant. The guests to the open house can register via QR code and text. And what's really nice about this is when they register using the QR code, we're capturing valid information, right? It's not the handwritten chicken scratch sign in where they might put a fake thing or just you can't read what is said. They actually scan, push a button to send their registration in. The AI system texts back and says, can I have your name, please? They put in their name, push send again. Then it sends them back a link to the property for future reference and also shows them how they can see this property more on TV. And they're registered for the open house. The beautiful thing about this is that information is valid. We know it is because they had to text for it. So we got their phone number, we got their name. It drops into your respective MoveTube accounts, your MoveTube account as an agent, and into your loan officer's MoveTube account. And what's also cool is MoveTube is connected to Zapier, which means these can zap directly into your CRM and into the loan officer's CRM so that your automated follow-up systems can kick into gear, or you or your loan officer can do your own personal follow-up come Monday or whatever the case may be to check in on these registrants. This is an excellent way to get new business. This works very, very well. I'm a huge fan of open house visitor follow-up, big time. And if you're not, you should be. I would also make note of this too. If you're a real estate agent that doesn't currently have any listings, but you would like to work some open houses with other agents' listings, that capability is inside MoveTube as well. Or if you're an agent that would love to let another agent sit an open house for you, that capability is there. And that agent who's going to be sitting the open house can create the marketing materials for themselves and capture those names and numbers of those visitors that come through the open house for their own follow-up later to get some business. And the way that I do it, and there is a script in MoveTube, but the way that I do it, because I do these, is when they walk in, I simply say this: hi, welcome to the open house. The seller and the real estate agent's brokerage do require everyone register who comes through for security and safety reasons. And that should be true, and that should be valid in, on any open house you're sitting. It really should be, because security, if somebody's living in the home, there's personal items there for sure. We want to know who came through. And for safety reasons, we want to know who came through because, sometimes it can be dangerous sitting in open house. So we want to know who came through. I have never once had anybody say no to that. They have all registered, and I've done very well with the follow-up on these as well, as I know your loan officer will do for you. Okay, the next thing we have is digital business cards. What's nice about the digital business card is, number one, it's there, it's free, it's in the system. If you don't already have a digital business card, well, now you will. You can save that on the home screen of your phone, and you can share that with people so they've got all your contact information. They can easily access you. But where it really comes into play is from the TV channel. If someone is looking at your listing on the TV channel and they want more information on the listing, or they want to connect with you, there's a QR code next to you on the channel. They scan it, and this is what's delivered to them on their smartphone. It's an easy way for consumers to connect to you. Okay, now this is one of my funnest features in MoveTube Studio for a real estate agent and loan officers alike. There's other products that are out there that will create an individual website for each one of your listings, and nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of them that do that. Well, at MoveTube, we don't need to do that, because MoveTube, again, it's a national search portal. Not only is MoveTube a national property search portal on TV, right, but also on a website, MoveTube.com. So in MoveTube Studio, when you as a real estate agent or your loan officer, if you share your listing from MoveTube Studio to your social sites, Facebook, for example, and if a consumer sees that and they click on it, right, they click on it. When they click on it, it's not going to take them to a website just about that listing. It's going to take them to your listing on the MoveTube.com national search portal. Okay. So when they're looking at that listing on the national search portal, which of course is branded to you and your loan officer, and there of course is the form where they can inquire about the property, right? If they decide, I don't like this one, and they X out of it, right? Well, they're sitting on a national search portal, and they're going to see all these other listings there. So if they click on any other of those listings, no matter who the listing belongs to, it's still going to remain branded to you and branded to your loan officer. So they can look at any listing, any state, any city from that point, and it's all branded to you and to your loan officer. So if they do inquire on anything that they find on the search portal while they're there, those inquiries wind up going to you. So it's a very, very cool feature. We don't need to create an individual website for the property because we have a national property search portal. So very, very cool feature. It's intelligent branding. Okay, of course, MoveTube also has the double-sided flyers with infographics, SMS lead capture, AI-powered social media captions, and there's also many of these flyers that get created immediately, and also a lot of social media images that get created, and all of them you can just click to share, click to share, click to share. If anybody clicks on any of that information, again, takes them to the MoveTube.com national search portal, all branded to you. If they click off and look anywhere else, you remain cookie branded there. So, but on the two-sided flyers, I mean, we understand that, property reports and fancy infographics and flyers and social media images, they're probably really not a big difference maker, although we still like to use them. But we just want you to know, as a real estate agent, you're not losing anything by engaging with MoveTube. In fact, our flyers and images, et cetera, we're finding from the feedback that we're getting from all of our agents, loan officers, are superior to most of the other ones that are out there. For example, side 2 of our flyers, where it shows essential places nearby, restaurants, outdoor activities, and school zones. In MoveTube Studio, you can actually go in and manipulate all those things. So it's not just, hey, there's 3 coffee shops within 1 mile. No, there's Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. You can pick those things with pull-down menus, really customizing the page 2 of your flyer to be a lot more accurate. Plus, a lot of times, as you know, sometimes the school zones aren't accurate because they might overlap a little bit. And if you see that's an issue, you can go in and fix it with ours so you make it correct. So you're not going to lose anything. In fact, you're going to gain better materials by jumping into MoveTube Studio. They're super, super good flyers. And then finally, of course, I think the most important flyer for you as a MoveTube agent is this one. This is the one that you get to put into your listing presentation folder that says, list with me and get your listing on gosh darn TV. All I'm going to say is this. If it was me, I'm on a listing presentation, and I know I'm competing with a few others, and all things are pretty much equal amongst us, right? I'd want to be the one that has this flyer in my listing presentation that says, you know what, if you list with me, I'm going to get you on TV. I would much rather be that person. We know for a fact that this is winning listings. Our MoveTube agents are thrilled with this. They love being able to go onto a listing presentation and know they've got in their pocket, no matter what the agents might have, hey, you list with me, I'm going to get you on TV. And it always sparks a conversation with the prospective seller. Always. They're like, what? What is it? What do you mean? Yeah, it's on Roku. It's called MoveTube. It's on Roku, Amazon, Fire TV, Apple TV, Google Play. I'm a MoveTube agent. That means your listing is not only going to get onto this channel, but it's going to go to the front of the property search and be featured there with a little movie. It's super cool. You got to check it out. And what we found too is sellers not only want to be there when they learn about it, but they become big fans of it too. They actually use it and love it. And you'll see there's a couple things we want to go over. In fact, we're getting to it right now. How can you trust that MoveTube Studio is really a difference maker? Well, here's a couple of stories that I'm going to share with you right now. Check this out. This is really, really fun. And this is so common amongst all MoveTube loan officer and real estate agents. So check it out. Well, it's a big value add to the real estate agent. And Donnie, you're a realtor. I know you're a fan of MoveTube. I know you probably enjoy going on a listing presentation, saying, "Hey, list with me. I'm going to get you on TV." That's a really cool thing to say as a real estate agent.
Easy intro to get a listing.
You know, I true story. I was, my wife just got a listing in contract today. It just happened today. It was about 3 weeks ago. I actually got a referral. A friend of mine said, "Hey, I got a buddy. He's my neighbor. He wants to sell his house. I know you're in the business, even though I'm a loan guy. You know, talk. I send him your way or give him a call." So I get a hold of him and I say, "Hey, it's actually I do the loans, but my wife, you know, and my daughter-in-law, they're the team and real estate. Yeah, come on by." So we come by, and he's showing us around the house and blah blah blah. And you know, after we. You know, I was with them, and after we got, you know, looked around the house or whatever, we're sitting in the kitchen kind of flows right into the living room. There's a couch in the living room. I'm literally like sitting on the couch on the armrest kind of thing of the couch. It's a Saturday. He's got college football playing on a big screen TV. And I noticed on the kitchen counter, there's this folder from another agent, right? That was beautiful. I mean, it was like an impressive folder. Okay. So no, but my wife and my daughter-in-law are in there with their folder, which is this crappy manila folder with kind of the, you know, the ruffled edges and everything. It's just your basic, you know, out of the box from Staples, you know, thing that's got some comps that they printed and put in there and stuff. And I'm looking at this folder, you know, which was just glorious. It was just so beautiful. And the guy goes, "Yeah, I know you're referred by my friend Brian. His name's Brian." He goes, "But you know, go ahead. All right, tell me what you got. You know, what do you got? You know." So here we are. You know, like I'm like, oh crap. So what I did is I just went, "Hey man, I saw on the arm of the couch, it was the Roku remote, right? I knew that was a Roku TV." And so I said, "Hey man, is that a Roku TV?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Mind if I show you something?" He goes, "Sure." I went on there. I added MoveTube. They're moving to Colorado. I added MoveTube. I go, "Where are you going?" "Denver." "Okay, went to Denver." I said, "Yeah, I see you could search properties right from your couch with you and your wife right here." He goes, "Wow, you've got to be kidding me. That is awesome." I go, "Right?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "Yeah, you list with these girls, your home will be on this TV and I go to the front of the property search. It'll be first." He goes, "Dude, that is cool." They got that listing.
That's exactly what I do.
Is that what you do?
What I do. Yes. I have not lost a listing since we were introduced to MoveTube. Not one. It's perception is reality.
Yeah.
And if somebody trusts you, they'll give you anything. But once they trust you and you show them something that impactful, you might as well go ahead. You just bring the listing agreement with you.
Yeah.
You're not going to walk out of there without the listing. I can promise you.
You know, I tell you, man, they got the listing. I know it was because of MoveTube. I know it was. So it's really a win-win situation. And for a loan officer to be able to go to a real estate agent and say, "Hey, you know, man, I got this cool thing and it'll help you. It'll help me. It'll help us. You know, let's do it." Yeah, that was a true story. That happened. We should probably open with that story, really. But so what's the cost to this? There's no cost to you. I went over it before. There's not, because see, you're bringing the value to the channel, which is the listing. That's very valuable. That's what you're bringing to the listing, or to the table, right? That's very, very valuable. That's what's needed for the consumer audience on the channel and on the website, etc. So all you have to do is just agree, hey, to have a paid advertising sponsor, which is the loan officer that sent you this video, right? Would love to connect with you and get you into MoveTube, so that on your next listing appointment, on your next listing presentation, you're going to have the ability to say, listen with me, I'm going to get you on TV. And I tell you what, when you show that to them, they're going to be freaked out. They're going to love it. And they're going to be, that is too freaking cool. Now, true story, that couple, that house where my wife did indeed get that listing and sold it, it closed. We sat a couple of open houses, of course, on that listing using the MoveTube open house flyer. Using that flyer and doing the due diligence follow-up, she picked up another listing and sale. A gentleman came in, listed his home, and they're looking for properties right now from working the MoveTube open house flyer system. They did that. And what we did with the TV was, again, he had that big screen TV. So whenever we were holding the open house, we had his listing displayed on MoveTube on the TV in kind of a movie mode. It goes into a movie mode where it's all branded to my wife or the agent and showing the property, that kind of thing. And I noticed when I went in there to do that both times that he had changed the iHeartRadio music station to country, from smooth jazz to country, which tells me they're in there using it. And it was defaulted to Colorado when I went in there. So they were using it. So it's a really cool thing. The win in it for you as an agent is it'll help you win listing presentations. It just will. Hands down, it will. And the win in it for both of you is that once you're in with your loan officer and, your loan officer and you have access to your listings together, you can both cooperate and work together on marketing those listings. I know for me, as an originator who uses MoveTube with my agents, every Monday, I usually give them a call and I usually go through and look at the listings and say, hey, can I help promote one of these things? And I'll share them to various places. Inside MoveTube Studio, your loan officer has access to some places where we can share listings at no cost, just to help get exposure, just try to help sell the house, just be part of the team. And, all your loan officer is going to ask is just, man, if you got any sellers coming up in the near future where, they're going to sell their house to buy another one and they're going to need a loan, man, they'd love to be connected to those guys. And of course, if you're just working with any buyers that need to get pre-approved, they'd love to help you with that. That's all, so at least be in the mix, be in the hunt for that stuff. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. And to get started, just connect with the loan officer that sent this to you. You have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.